Imagine waking up one day and finding out that the sun rises in the west and sets in the east, and that a single day is actually longer than an entire year. Sounds like a sci-fi movie, right? Well, that's just another day on Venus. Today we're diving into one of the weirdest places in our solar system, Venus. Seriously, this planet is like the ultimate plot twist in astronomy. It's often called Earth's twin because they're almost the same size and made of similar stuff. But Venus is basically Earth's evil twin who went completely off the rails. First up, let's talk about Venus's rotation. Venus spins backwards compared to most other planets. While Earth spins counterclockwise, making the sun rise in the east, Venus spins clockwise. So over there, the sun rises in the west and sets in the east. That alone is pretty wild, but it gets crazier. A single day on Venus, that is, the time it takes the planet to rotate once around its own axis, is about 243 Earth days. But guess what? A Venusian year, the time it takes to go around the sun, is only about 225 Earth days. So a day on Venus is longer than its year. Imagine celebrating your birthday several times before the sun even sets once. You'd be forever young or forever exhausted. And here's something that might blow your mind. Venus's atmosphere is super thick and mostly made of carbon dioxide with clouds of sulfuric acid. It's like the worst greenhouse effect you could possibly imagine. The surface temperature is around 465 degrees Celsius. That's hot enough to melt lead. Basically, Venus is a giant pressure cooker. So if you ever complain about summer heat, just remember Venus and suddenly 40 degrees feels pretty chill. And speaking of pressure, standing on Venus's surface would feel like being 900 meters underwater on Earth. The pressure is about 92 times stronger than what we feel here. So yeah, you'd be instantly crushed. It's definitely not the place for a casual stroll or a weekend getaway. But here's something even stranger. Despite Venus being closer to the sun than us, it's so reflective that it looks incredibly bright in our night sky. That thick atmosphere reflects about 70% of the sunlight that hits it. That's why sometimes you'll hear people call it the morning star or the evening star. It's kind of romantic, but also super misleading because if you actually went there, romance would be the last thing on your mind. Now let's talk about Venus's volcanoes. Venus has more volcanoes than any other planet in the solar system, possibly over 1,600 major ones. And scientists think some might even still be active today. Imagine living on a planet where molten rock could burst out of the ground at any moment. It's basically the universe's worst Airbnb listing. And remember how we said Venus is Earth's twin? Well, it's definitely not a friendly twin. Scientists believe that Venus once might have had oceans and possibly conditions suitable for life billions of years ago. But then something went terribly wrong. Maybe a runaway greenhouse effect turned it into the scorching hellscape we see today. It's a bit like watching your favorite childhood friend grow up into a total villain. Sad, right? This is also why Venus is super important for scientists studying climate change. Understanding what went wrong there could help us make sure Earth doesn't go down the same path. So even though Venus sounds like a cosmic nightmare, it's actually giving us clues about how to protect our own planet. Kind of cool in a terrifying way. And here's a fun, relatable thought. Imagine planning a space mission to Venus. The scientists have to build spacecraft that can survive extreme heat, acid clouds, and crushing pressure. It's like trying to design an iPhone that works perfectly inside a pizza oven while being sprayed with acid. Not exactly easy, right? That's why so many Venus missions have failed after just minutes on the surface. The longest any probe has survived down there is a little over 2 hours. That's how brutal Venus is. So next time you're stuck in traffic under the blazing sun, just remember, at least the sun's not rising in the west, the air's not made of acid, and your car isn't melting. Small wins, right? Right, guys, that's it for our cosmic adventure into the strange and seriously mind-bending world of Venus. It's wild how one planet can be so similar to Earth in some ways, yet so completely different in others. If you found this as fascinating and as freaky as I did, drop a comment below and tell me which Venus fact blew your mind the most. And hey, if you're into space stuff and all the weird secrets our solar system is hiding, hit that subscribe button so we can keep exploring the universe together. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next one.